Angel Reese went from "you can't see me" to "you can now see me for a $10.99. She also laughed about her $80,000 basketball salary, which doesn't even cover her rent.
Who could have predicted that the number one complaint this offseason in the WNBA would be the incessant whining about their minimum wage salaries?
She says she wants to be set for life and doesn't believe the WNBA will provide that for her.
Angel Reese is upset right here. She pays almost $100,000 a year in rent, and she's frustrated that her $74,000 a year WNBA salary doesn't cover her, again, $100,000 a year rent bill, $100,000. To put that in comparison, the average worker in America earns roughly right around $55,000 a year. She pays almost double that in rent, and she's going out there complaining how she doesn't make enough money to afford her $100,000 a year rent bill. Can you think of all the things you could buy in a year if you just had $100,000 lying around? This is proof that some of these people just aren't meant for prime time. They're so detached from reality. We got families working hard to make ends meet, and she's complaining that she needs to make more money from the WNBA to pay her $100,000 rent bill.
Have you heard about Angel Reese's latest move? The basketball star, once at the top of her game, is now selling pictures on OnlyFans.
Today we want to remind you not to sexualize Angel Reese, even though she does it herself all the time.
You might be thinking, no way, that can't be true. But trust me, it is, and it gets even wilder. Reese isn't just testing the waters with OnlyFans, she's diving in fully and blaming everyone else for the backlash.
Her recent posting, her recent clothing, her recent sexualization of herself, and not others doing it.
She's pointing fingers at Caitlin Clark, saying it's all about race, even claiming Clark stole her spotlight. But here's the kicker. Is this all because Clark won Rookie of the Year while Reese didn't?
I've been sexualized, I've been threatened, I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down. And
remember when Angel Reese was the face of women's basketball? After that national championship game, she was on top of the world. But things quickly took a dramatic turn. Let's break down how Reese went from being a rising star to the center of major controversy.
She gets a lot of hate online. She gets bullied. Different things are sent to her.
It started with her behavior during and after the big game. Initially, she was celebrated for her skills. But soon people started to question her actions. She wasn't just making headlines for basketball anymore. She was stirring up drama on and off the court.
She just likes to call out haters and clap back at haters and say different things.
And it didn't stop there. Reese's actions became even more outrageous, leaving fans shocked by her latest social media posts. One fan even joked she looked like she let a blindfolded hairdresser give it a go.
If you're taking all this shrapnel, if you're taking all this hate online, but at the same time you're posting half-naked pictures? Is that what we're doing?
As the controversy surrounding Angel Reese grew, her performance on the court began to decline. Instead of focusing on her game, she seemed more interested in maintaining her image and seeking attention. Fans and commentators quickly noticed this shift in priorities. The situation escalated when Reese surprised the basketball world by joining OnlyFans, prompting many to question her commitment to the sport.
Since that time, she's worn a lot of sexy outfits, and now she's just really going further with it, Rob. She wore see-through pants, like tiger pants or whatever, and then basically see-through with a thong on. And she walks around in the parking garage, and then she goes on stage with her booty shorts, and she goes out in there and shakes it all around. And then she says something like to the extent of, "This isn't free." Like she's a prostitute. That's what she said.
Critics argued she was risking her future in the WNBA for quick fame and easy money. Reese continued pushing boundaries, even appearing on the cover of Sports Illustrated in a swimsuit. While there's nothing wrong with that, many saw it as another attempt to grab attention rather than focus on her basketball career. You might wonder if this is just a phase, but it doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
I'll be able to be set for life and just being able to sit on money and just being able to have generational wealth.
Meanwhile, players like Caitlin Clark and AJ Wilson are gaining respect through their on-court achievements, letting their game do the talking. In contrast, Reese seems to be making headlines for everything but her basketball skills. Behind the scenes, a silent feud is brewing, and Caitlin Clark's name keeps surfacing in the drama. The reason? It's personal. Reese has been pointing fingers at Clark, blaming her for the issues she's facing. She's making bold accusations, claiming the spotlight has unfairly shifted to Clark.
And even our biggest star in the league, Caitlin Clark, is only making a base salary of around $76,000 or $78,000 for this first season. She signed a 4-year, just over $300,000 rookie salary. So Caitlin's rookie salary is a little over $300,000 for 4 years, and that's all that she's going to make in the WNBA. Now, I feel like there could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer.
Reese has even made controversial statements about race and favoritism in the sport, adding more fuel to the fire. In a recent interview, she remarked, "There are 2 of us who changed the game of women's basketball, and it's not just Caitlin Clark," almost as if she's trying to rewrite history.
Angel Reese was talking crap about her. She's like, it's not just her. What about me? The most selfish interview. You have that one, Rob?
But let's break it down. Is Angel Reese really being overshadowed, or is this just jealousy over Caitlin Clark's success? Think about it. Clark has been dominating on the court, breaking records and earning accolades left and right. Meanwhile, Reese's recent moves speak for themselves. It's like watching 2 completely different movies playing out side by side. One is all about basketball triumphs, and the other seems more focused on grabbing attention off the court.
Caitlin is going to have an incredible career. She will have an opportunity to go to the Olympics. She will have an opportunity to develop as a player. I think she is going to be one of the greatest players that the game has ever seen.
Here's where it gets really interesting. While Caitlin Clark has been laser focused on her game, improving her skills, and letting her performance do the talking, she's been racking up points, assists, and, most importantly, respect from both fans and fellow players. Angel Reese, on the other hand, has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Her controversial social media posts and erratic on-court behavior grabbing more attention than her basketball skills.
Angel Reese did cause a little bit of uproar when people saw exactly what she was wearing. Notwithstanding, let's check out Angel Reese's outfit. And again, she's like in this 2-piece set. I do think the outfit is cute, but I definitely don't think it's her size. She got her booty out. She got her moose knuckle showing. The accessories, the hair, the skin, just the overall presence.
And you know what? Fans are noticing, and they're picking sides. And it's not looking good for Angel Reese. People are saying things like, Caitlin Clark is a class act, while criticizing Reese for seeking attention. Ouch. The contrast between their approaches becomes more obvious with every game. But here's the thing, Reese's blame game isn't just affecting her, it's causing ripples throughout women's basketball. Some are worried all this drama could undo years of progress for the sport.
I know the mainstream media wants us to believe that the WNBA is surging in popularity. I know analysts like Monica McDougal at ESPN. They want us to recognize elite layup missers and failed dunkers.
It's no longer just about 2 players. It's about the image of women's basketball as a whole. So why is Reese really doing this? Is it because Clark won Rookie of the Year and she didn't? Is she trying to deflect attention from her own choices? Or is there something deeper at play? Whatever the reason, one thing's clear. This blame game is looking more and more like a desperate move. But that was just the warm-up. Reese's next move? It's so unexpected, even her harshest critics didn't see it coming. What could make a promising athlete throw away years of hard work in an instant? Brace yourself. Angel Reese is joining OnlyFans. Can you believe it?
No, we know that she did that other one where you said that she's not gonna send men over and pay for them to go see her or whatever like that.
Right.
It's as if Angel Reese has completely forgotten about her basketball career. You might be wondering if she's really willing to give up basketball for this new venture. Here's the thing. Reese claims she's not quitting the sport, but how can she truly focus on her game while juggling this new project? To make matters worse, she's blaming everyone else for her decision. Let's break it down. Reese's move isn't just about the money. It's a blatant grab for attention, taking her controversial actions to a whole new level. She's posting content that pushes boundaries far beyond what you'd expect from a professional athlete. It's like she's forgotten that she's a role model for young athletes.
It is about to get really embarrassing for the WNBA, and I am here for it.
You know what? People are not happy. Fans who once cheered for Angel Reese on the court are now unfollowing her on social media. Her former teammates and coaches are shocked too. One coach even said, "I never thought I'd see the day when one of my players would choose this path." Ouch. That's got to hurt. But here's the kicker. Reese doesn't seem to care. She's doubling down on her decision, claiming it's all about female empowerment. But is it really empowering to shift the focus away from your athletic talents? Many people don't think so. They're saying this could be the final nail in the coffin for Reese's basketball career. After all, what WNBA team is going to want to sign a player who's more focused on her online presence than her jump shot?
If you're one of the dozens of fans in the WNBA, it is only going to get worse from here.
She might be trading her jump shot for OnlyFans fame, but her decision is shaking up women's basketball in a big way. Young players, sponsors, and even other WNBA stars are all feeling the impact. Let's talk numbers for a second. Since Reese's controversy began, women's basketball games have taken a hit, with a 15% drop in TV ratings for college games. And it's not just about who's watching. Some big-name sponsors are getting cold feet, worried about being associated with all this drama.
I guess she decided that she didn't want other people sexualizing her. She was just going to sexualize herself. So
now think about the young female basketball players watching this unfold. Can you imagine being a 12-year-old girl who dreams of being the next Angel Reese, only to see your idol posting risque photos online instead of practicing her free throws?
And for the most part, when she wants to be seen, she's doing all these extra things. She's coming off to me like an Instagram influencer, Instagram baddie, you know, like, that's not your competition. That shouldn't be your cup of tea. Angel Reese, you're a professional women's player. You don't have to do that.
That's gotta be tough. Other WNBA stars aren't happy either. One player, who chose to remain anonymous, said, "We're trying to prove we're more than just eye candy, and then this happens. It's a slap in the face to all of us." This situation could have serious consequences for women's sports.
You don't have to sell yourself that. And when I say that is, I don't care what these women do, whether you're Instagram influencer, Instagram model, whatever you want to call yourself. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't cry that you're being sexualized and then you go out, you wear booty shorts that your half your butt is out, and then also you wear some leopard shorts where they're see-through and your entire butt is out. Don't cry wolf.
People are starting to question whether women's basketball is really about the game anymore, or if it's just another platform for social media stunts. But don't think for a second that everyone's just sitting back and watching. Some players and coaches are speaking out, trying to remind everyone what women's basketball is truly about: skill, dedication, and teamwork. They're working hard to keep the focus on the court, not the controversy. So, there you have it, folks. Angel Reese's story isn't just about one player. It's a wake-up call for athletes everywhere. From basketball star to OnlyFans sensation, Reese's journey shows how quickly things can change. But is this the end of the road for her? Can she bounce back from this? Or has she crossed a line she can't come back from? You've got to wonder what's next for Angel Reese. Will she realize what she's giving up and make a comeback? Or is this just the beginning of a whole new career path? One thing's for sure, her choices have changed the game, and not in a good way. As a WNBA fan, I can say it's been a good season, but they couldn't have made this Caitlin Clark situation worse if they tried.
Also have talked even on this channel about Angel's very dramatic response to that. Angel Reese started with, "I'm heartbroken. I'm literally lost for words knowing what this woman meant to me in such a pivotal point in my life. She was the only person, which is interesting since she's been coached before.
It's almost unbelievable that even after getting sued for steroid allegations, Angel Reese still has the nerve to stir up controversy with her wild statements. This time, the bombshell she dropped was about none other than her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon. Believe me, if betrayal had a face, it would definitely be Teresa's right now.
And unfortunately, it seems like, according to some new reports, that relationship cost her job.
The Chicago Sky officials are saying that Teresa Weatherspoon was suspended due to the team's poor performance. However, Angel Reese is claiming that this isn't the whole truth and is hinting at deeper issues behind the suspension. This discrepancy between the team's official narrative and Reese's claims adds to the ongoing drama surrounding both the player and the coach.
Angel Reese was talking crap about her. She's like, it's not just her. What about me?
So why is Angel Reese making these allegations? Are they based on truth, or is this just another dramatic twist in her ongoing saga? Let's break it down. Reese's claims come amid a whirlwind of controversy, especially after the steroid allegations against her. By calling out her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, she's shifting focus from her own issues to the team's dynamics. This has sparked intense debate online, with fans and analysts divided over the validity of her accusations. As the internet reacts, Reese's actions seem to be a mix of seeking attention and deflecting criticism. Whether her allegations hold any truth or are simply an attempt to stir up drama is still unclear, but one thing is certain. The situation is getting messier, and Angel Reese is at the center of it all.
Well, you are about to get exactly what you wanted.
Once hyped as the next big thing in the WNBA, Angel Reese now finds herself at the center of a scandal shaking the league to its core. After months of swirling rumors, it's alleged that she turned to performance-enhancing drugs in a desperate bid to remain relevant. When faced with fierce competition and unable to keep pace with the league's top talents, she reportedly resorted to steroids to bridge that gap. This dramatic turn of events has raised serious questions about her integrity and the future of her career.
She gets a lot of hate online. She gets bullied. Different things are sent to her. She just likes to call out haters and clap back at haters and say different things.
Then, boom. News drops that Angel Reese tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, and the WNBA world collectively lost its mind. The Chicago Sky, her team at the time, wasted no time suspending her while they launched an investigation. But let's be real, we all saw where this was headed. The allegations were serious, and the fallout was bound to be significant.
Because anybody who's watching could see that what was going on with Chicago and with Angel Reese and the double-double streak and all that stuff wasn't good for Angel, wasn't good for the rest of the team, wasn't good for the whole organization.
The second those test results came back, Angel Reese's career took a nosedive faster than her shot percentage in the fourth quarter. Her public image was already on thin ice, but this shattered it completely. The Sky cut her loose, and the league, along with the fans, was left picking their jaws up off the floor.
I think Angel Reese is jealous of Caitlin Clark. You're not coming in and dominating our game. Because
now the drugs Reese allegedly used were not some over-the-counter vitamins. Nope, she reportedly went for EPO, erythropoietin, a serious performance enhancer designed to boost stamina and endurance by increasing red blood cell production. You know, the stuff cyclists and marathon runners use to turn into superhumans. On top of that, she supposedly dabbled in anabolic steroids, which build muscle faster than you can say, bad decision. Both of these substances are strictly banned under WNBA regulations, and the league isn't playing around with this kind of thing. Athletes caught using these banned drugs usually face a harsh reality: suspensions, public humiliation, and a big old question mark over their entire career.
The addiction is real. The addiction to attention is real.
So what drove Reese to this? Well, pressure. Pressure to stay relevant, pressure to not just play in the league, but to stand out in a league now dominated by the likes of Caitlin Clark. Clark spent her rookie year rewriting the WNBA record book, averaging 20 points per game and breaking assist records. She made everyone else look like they were in slow motion.
I know the mainstream media wants us to believe that the WNBA is surging in popularity. I know analysts like Monica McDougal at ESPN. They want us to recognize elite layup missers and failed dunkers. But what Casey has been telling you guys all season, it has been true. What I have said countless times over the past few months, it is finally being proven without a shadow of a doubt. Caitlin Clark is a megastar. Caitlin Clark is a box office draw, while the rest of the WNBA, it is nothing but a polished turd.
Reese's stats, 11.5 points and 9.2 rebounds per game, weren't bad, but compared to Caitlin Clark's explosive performance, they fell short. A lot of Reese's rebounds were just her picking up her own missed shots, not exactly the sign of dominance. The pressure to keep up with Clark's brilliance pushed her in the wrong direction. Instead of putting in more work, the rumors suggest Reese turned to performance-enhancing drugs to close the gap. But instead of helping her stand out, the drugs led to her downfall, getting her suspended and cut from the Chicago Sky amid the scandal.
She got terminated today from the Chicago Sky.
What's truly tragic about Angel Reese's downfall is that she had the talent. When she entered the WNBA, many believed her rivalry with Caitlin Clark would define the next era of women's basketball. Instead, she's now at the center of one of the league's biggest doping scandals. Fans and analysts are left questioning whether Reese was ever playing clean, wondering if her entire career was built on a lie. It's a devastating fall from grace, leaving many to reflect on what could have been had she relied on her natural abilities instead of turning to shortcuts.
What the hell are you doing?
The Chicago Sky acted swiftly, suspending Angel Reese the moment the investigation into her alleged steroid use began. Once the positive test results came in, her career with the team was effectively over. This scandal is a massive blow to the WNBA, which has been working hard to grow its fan base and strengthen its brand. Now, with one of its most recognizable stars tied to cheating, the league faces a PR disaster, struggling to repair its image and regain the trust of fans and sponsors.
If you're one of the dozens of fans in the WNBA, it is only going to get worse from here because she knows that the NBA will always be there to bail her out.
The mental strain on Angel Reese can't be overlooked. Reports suggest that the pressure, especially being constantly compared to Caitlin Clark, weighed heavily on her. Clark was out there smashing records, signing big endorsement deals, and leading her team to success, while Reese was stuck on a struggling team, facing mounting criticism. The frustration of not living up to expectations, combined with the intense media spotlight, likely drove Reese to make desperate choices. Sadly, in her effort to keep up, she took the worst route possible, turning to performance-enhancing drugs, which has now derailed her career. Before you start feeling too sorry for Angel Reese, consider the wreckage her steroid scandal left behind. The fallout didn't just ruin her career, it threw the Chicago Sky into complete chaos, turning the team into a drama-filled disaster zone. Her teammates furious. Trust completely shattered. The locker room became a mess, with players struggling to move forward in the wake of the scandal. It wasn't just about Reese anymore. It was about a team grappling with the betrayal of one of their own, and the damage was far-reaching.
You're not coming in and dominating our game.
For someone who was supposed to be a leader, Angel Reese turning to illegal substances didn't just break the rules, it broke the bond she had with her team. Trust in the locker room was shattered, and without it, team spirit collapsed. The Chicago Sky players, already dealing with a tough season, couldn't rally behind her anymore. The steroid scandal was the final blow, sending the team into a downward spiral that was impossible to recover from. Reese's actions left the Sky not just without a star, but without unity, making an already tough season even worse.
commissioner of the WNBA has got to take control of this.
When the scandal broke, Chicago's front office acted quickly, firing Weatherspoon as swiftly as they could say, scandal. She was let go in the same breath as Reese, sending a clear message that the Sky would not tolerate any of this mess. Weatherspoon's firing wasn't just about a coach who couldn't secure wins, it was about cleaning house, wiping the slate clean, and distancing the team from the scandal. Her reputation took a major hit, and what once seemed like a promising career focused on leadership and player development is now overshadowed by this disaster.
The product on the court sucks. I mean, it sucks.
Weatherspoon had only been with the Sky for one season, coming in with high hopes to turn things around. But instead, things quickly spiraled out of control. With mounting pressure from management and a terrible season record, frustration grew. Insiders claim she was so fed up with losing that she allegedly encouraged Reese to use performance-enhancing drugs, fully aware of the risks involved.
We had all heard a few weeks ago that the Chicago Sky said goodbye to Teresa Weatherspoon, saying that it was time to, quote, make a change.
Yep, the very coach who was supposed to be guiding the team might have actually led Reese straight into trouble. Allegedly, Weatherspoon, desperate to salvage the team's dismal 13-27 record, suggested Reese take a little boost. It was a tough season, and it seems like Weatherspoon thought, why not? It's the kind of rumor that makes you question if you're in an alternate universe where the coach is offering bad advice instead of solid strategies.
Reports: Angel Reese, Chicago Sky, had major culture issue under fired head coach. That, of course, is Teresa Weatherspoon. First-year coach criticized for tailoring game plan to benefit Reese.
Then there was the unexpected twist involving Teresa Weatherspoon, the Chicago Sky's head coach. Rumors began circulating that Weatherspoon might have been involved in the steroid scandal. Some even suggested she knew about Reese's actions but chose to ignore it. Whether or not these claims are true, the rumors only added to the chaos and raised questions about Weatherspoon's leadership, further damaging the team's already shaky situation.